Good Monday evening. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich, and this is a special edition outlook for the video discussion for the models and what we think could happen and what the models might be adjusting to. Not entirely sure if this is what's happening here, but trying to make sense of what's going on today. First, we're going to start with the GFS, is the 18Z GFS, and a lot of what you're seeing right now is pretty much what you've been seeing the last couple days from the GFS here. Upper level energy moving through, allowing for some light snows, not a big deal across our coverage area here. Our main system coastal down here is going to move just offshore and not affect our area. So this energy that's shown here, the snow that's shown here, is part of the upper level energy on the GFS. And I'll put this to the next frame here so you can see what's going on here. Here's our system here. Upper level energy is consolidating with this low, and then this continues off to the northeast and then bombs as it does so. Of course, gets Cape Cod on the way out here and then heads up to Nova Scotia, and you see it really gets wrapped up, but it's already done here by the time it gets well east of our area. Now that's the GFS. I want to take a look at the Canadian RGM. This is a short-range model that runs to 48 hours into the future. And the last couple runs of the Canadian have been doing this. Is the latest 18Z run. Now I want you to take notice here. Two low centers shown here on the Canadian. It's the same thing that the European model did today and has done for the last couple runs. Same thing the 18Z NAM has done. So now the models are starting to trend in this too low idea. And why is it doing that? I think it's having trouble focusing on the energy of which to focus on. The GFS took a system off the southeast coast and took it up here like this with this main system as one consolidated low. Now the Canadian and NAM and Euro are all putting a system that's just off the coast of Hatteras here and takes off like this. But it keeps this too low center here idea. It might be a convective feedback issue that might be in response to this convection here. It's thinking of putting a low center right near it, which would be incorrect, of course, which would also pull this thing a little bit southeast if that was the case. I don't think that's correct. I think you have one consolidated low, and it's actually a little bit closer to the coast, and that's where the latest trends have been. And you can see the next frame here, this one really gets wrapped up here, and the other low pressure sitting down here is not as strong as this one here. This is actually taking over as the primary, and then of course that's what the European has been doing also, and the latest NAM has done that as well. So just something for us to keep an eye on. You can see this really wrapped up here now because it's closer. It came northwest about 50 to 75 miles over the past couple runs here, and if that trend continues, it's going to have something we have to watch out for, especially across South Jersey and Delaware. Go to the NAM real quick, and this is actually at 900 millibars, so but this is not at the surface, but you get the general idea here. One low center here, one low center here. It's obviously further northwest and closer to the coast here, so you would have impacts to New Jersey and Delaware at the very least as this passes on by. Now we're going to go to what can make this thing go northwest. So we're going to take a look at the ridge axis out west. A lot of people have been talking about this progressive flow we've been in. Well, if you want to slow down this flow, you need this ridge out here to really build up here, and you have some an upper level low that is digging down energy, digging the trough down here, and basically since that trough is digging down like this, it actually pumps up this ridge out west here. And if I can actually continue this here, what that does is allows it to dig in the east here. The more amplified this ridge gets would be in response to this upper level low digging further south. If farther south this gets, the further north this gets. The more north this gets, the closer to the shore this low will be. That's the idea. So this is what we're going to be watching over the next, say, 12 to 18 hours to see how this responds, because that'll give us some indication of how close this low can get to the coast here. Again, not a guarantee here, but it's just something we're watching just in case. And finally, we're going to go to, this is back to the NAM, is the 18Z NAM, and you see as a result of this being closer, again, this has been continually moving about 50 to 75 miles northwest with successive runs here. If this is not done trending, we might have a little bit further northwest to extend this. Right now, we're looking at this area right here, and we have identified that on our weather alert maps page here that's actually on this map here above, so you can see exactly what we're talking about, why we're getting the heavy snow. And that would be just across mainly southern New Jersey and Delaware, especially the coastal section, which could get into a little bit more. But if this were to continue this trend, and then we're not done trending, we don't know that yet. We're going to have to wait and see. If we're not done trending, even if it just goes to a position right about here, not too far northwest, it doesn't take much. 50 to 75 miles is going to take this edge of the heavy snow and extend it back here like this. Okay, so if it's doing that, and this is all the heavier snow, more areas get into that. That's why you see that dotted line on our map. So if you're wondering what can happen, just we're going to be following that ridge here and seeing that and watching the guidance over the next couple runs here. We don't have many left. I mean, we're already going to be talking about starting to snow already Tuesday afternoon. So we don't have much time for many changes here. But I would not be surprised if this goes a little bit further northwest. We're not done trending, and it's something we're going to be watching over the next 24 hours or so. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. Have a great Monday evening.